This is the cycle to end all cycles, Pisces. Cerberus. The three-headed dog that guards, well, where Hades resides, right? I think they're cute. Woof woof, motherfucker. I feel like that's your energy, Pisces. Ten of Swords. This is the cycle to end all cycles, Pisces. And even if you're not a Pisces, feel free to watch or listen to today's episode. Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. And today we have a timeless reading for the sign of Pisces. The cycle to end all cycles is the channeled message I received from Spirit for you, Pisces. You may not see this, or you may just think this is like another leg of the race. But this is something you've been working on. I'm hearing for the past 20 years. We have the Sun. You could have even just gotten used to being in that Two of Swords, Pisces, where it's kind of like living between worlds. It's like a limbo state or a purgatory. 1, 2, and 3. This is what's funny about Pisces, and I have a 12th house sun. I have a lot of my other planets in the 12th house. Piscean, right? This is the thing about Pisces. Pisces kind of lives between worlds. Pisces is kind of like, I look at it as sort of a liminal space energy, where Pisces, since you're the high priestess, she has those two pillars, right? The light and the dark. She sits in between the two. So for you, Pisces, you may have kind of just adapted to, I'm hearing, the treatment that you were given. You may have just, I'm seeing you learning how to become an alchemizer. And that has done you well, because in the Two of Swords, being in that liminal space between two worlds, you somehow found the sun still. You found the silver lining in the midst of chaos and heartbreak. It just kind of looks like you're watching the world burn, man. Burning Man. You could be an artist with the King of Wands. Or you just have that sort of a mind, right? Where you look at a burning building where your life is like crashing down before your eyes, and you're like, what can I do with this? That's an alchemist energy. See, the King of Wands, he knows how to harness the light. He is the light. So even though you're a water sign, Pisces, you're showing up in this fire energy, and it's because it's where the passion is. I feel like Pisces does that well. That's why so many Pisces are so artistic and empathetic, and Pisces is like the old soul, right? It's almost as if Pisces walks between worlds, sort of like a medium, where imagine you are, for example, someone like Saint Germain. There are many myths and legends about Saint Germain, right? He's thousands of years old. There are many different sightings of him at different historical events throughout history. People question, is he a vampire? Is he a prophet? People say that he was the man that Jesus cursed to live forever when Jesus was carrying the cross, and the man said, "Keep going, don't stop to rest." And Jesus turned to him and supposedly cursed him with eternal life. Saint Germain. So I think of Pisces like that. You're so old. You're so ancient. You're so all-knowing. You're like the all-seeing eye. So you kind of just wade between the waves of reality anyways. I feel that's why you're able to kind of just settle down into the chaos. I'm seeing you as this child kind of just coming into the midst of all these people fighting. I'm seeing it kind of like a bar fight. Like a bunch of these guys fighting outside of the bar over something. And then this kid just comes and sits down right in the middle of everything and just starts like playing with their toys like it's nothing. Now, some of you could have grown up in those sorts of environments. So you have hypervigilance. We have the Judgment card, Pluto energy. So, yeah, Ace of Swords. So, see, this is Pisces. It's the brilliance is created through trauma many times with Pisces. It's the oldest sign. It's the 12th house. It's like the oldest child. So you see all of the others grow and go through their changes, and Pisces ends up being the one that like doesn't have anyone above them, and the others are like looking to Pisces to follow. It's kind of going back to that Saint Germain energy again. It's like he supposedly always looks 45 years old every time people see him again. He never ages and he knows all things, right? Whether you believe in that or not. It's just for fun, right? I personally believe that Saint Germain is real, and I feel like Pisces, you just know what to do. Pisces knows what to do with chaos. Again, it's giving kind of like a rock and roll energy to me here, where it's like chaos, and then Pisces just like lights up a cigarette. I quit smoking like, I think it's like 7 years now. So maybe one of you is trying to, or more than one, I see it in the comments sometimes, are trying to quit smoking. But I was trying to give like an energy. It's this, I feel like Scorpio and Pisces have this one thing in common here. It's this kind of like, it's this rock and roll energy. I don't know how to describe that. With the King of Wands too. It's like effortless. Effortlessly cool. But just profound and deep, and understands human nature, and understands why we're here, or that's kind of what you're looking for without even trying. So that's why the light is here, because you yourself are the light. You see things. You could be a seer. I find Pisces usually have spiritual gifts and walk in them, whether you realize it or not. Card number 1 for Pisces, We have the Two of Wands here, standing on the balcony. I'm seeing this as like a New Year's Eve party for some reason. I don't know why. It's like I'm seeing everything like covered in snow, like in the backdrop, and I'm seeing like lights hanging, like Christmas lights. But this is like a little bit after Christmas. I mean, this could be timing. I don't know why I'm saying this. So this is a timeless reading, but there could be something about New Year's, which would be this coming 2026. You could have a plan. There could be something about a plan. Let me just feel into that a little bit. I'm seeing you looking over the balcony here, Pisces, and everyone's celebrating. Again, it's kind of that like rock and roll energy. So, and this is what I mean by that. It gives me kind of a dystopian feeling, and I'm drawn back to the Scorpio read again, so you're a water sign too, Pisces. It gives that vibe. Dystopian might be the wrong word. It's more you are above it. And I don't mean you think you're above people. I mean you're outside of the matrix looking in, like from the programming room. Like you're with the programmers in the room as they're like guarding the matrix. And you are like a spy or something. Looking in on the network. Work. Something about DreamWorks. You have big dreams, Pisces, and I would go for it. Two of Wands. But you're standing on the balcony. It's like you're thinking about your life. I mean, this could be something that's going to happen come New Year's time. Or this is just the energy of it's like New Year's, how people they're celebrating, we're together with a bunch of people that we know. Everyone is, kind of partying, letting loose. It's the end of the year. It's the start of the new one. People have all these New Year's resolutions, all these plans that they have for the year, right? But I feel like you could be in that energy now. There's something about wanting something to speed up. Let's unpack this a little bit more here, Pisces. Card number 2. Yeah, you have some sort of a plan here with the King of Swords. See, I feel like people... I don't want to say underestimate Pisces, but... Because I feel like sometimes Pisces are so, like, sweet and nice. Like, hey, guys, but you guys are brilliant with the King of Swords. You know what I mean? Like, you guys... This to me sometimes can come through as a general energy, which came through in the Scorpio reading. The Scorpio was being promoted by a general. Maybe you're the general. But this is coming through as like an angelic. Yeah, confirmation. My nose is itching. The King of Swords, he can be like a doctor, a lawyer, a professional that works with the law. Like he goes by the book. And so sometimes I see him as an agent of change. I wasn't going to say that. Again, that reminds me of Scorpio. We do have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you're involved with a Scorpio. I'm not sure. We'll see if any more comes through on that. But the King of Swords, He has like a scrutinizing eye. He knows how to look at things from multiple angles. I'm trying to figure out if this is you or this is somebody observing you. I'm hearing it's both. Very Pisces. It's like you got eyes all over the place. And I mean that as in, like, see how the sun has eyes? This luminary holds consciousness. Like, that's how I see Pisces. You're the narrator, and you're the first person and the third person. It's trippy with Pisces, I feel. I mean, that's why I'm called the metamystic, right? Because I like meta concepts. And I feel like that's the sort of mind that's coming through here with the King of Swords. You're like looking at some sort of a plan or destination or possibly even a person from a King of Swords point of view, which to me means from a higher dimension. Now, not everybody views the air suit that way. I do. Birds are some of the oldest species in existence. They were here with the dinosaurs, like they've seen a thing or two. It's giving that with the King of Swords. This is coming through with a dragon energy. The Sagittarius had dragon themes as well. Let me pull an animal spirit for you, Pisces, and see the dragon. I feel like something's about to come out with the oyster. Pisces. Always a fun one with you, Pisces. All right. And at the same time, you guys are kind of like in the shadows, but you're also not. Animal spirit for Pisces, please. King of Swords, Two of Wands. The crow. Boom. This is, to me, the epitome of Pisces. Again, it's the bird energy, like I was talking about, connecting with the King of Swords. See, he's not a regular King of Swords. He's a Piscean King of Swords. He's like a high priestess King of Swords. To me, the crow is the epitome of the high priestess energy. It's like a crone energy. The crone. It's like an old woman who has watched generations, who has observed for generations. You could resonate with being an old soul, Pisces, even though you're coming up as the eternal child with the Sun card. You come off as a child, but you hold the wisdom of the elder. You are the teacher and the student, the child and the parent. Card number 3 for Pisces. 8 of Pentacles. Constructing some sort of a mission statement, I'm hearing. King of Swords can also be like documentation. You could be legitimizing something here, Pisces. I didn't feel like this was going to come through for Pisces, but for some of you, this is very practical stuff. This could be business. I'm seeing something about signing documents and paperwork. You could be legitimizing something here, Pisces, some sort of a business. I'm hearing some sort of a business plan. I'm flashing back to my old apartment of me filming myself back in like 2019. I remember literally I had this paper business plan in all caps at the top of the paper, and I had this full business plan, and that's when I started my ministry. Before this channel, I had a whole ministry channel, Christian ministry, where I put out prophetic word videos. Just like I do here, just sans the cards, basically. I would scribe down the channeled message and I would share. And that's when I began my journey back in 2019 to living outside of the matrix, outside of the traditional money system, like the way you make money. That could be what's happening here, Pisces. You could be, for some of you, you could even be like leaving. I'm hearing I'm leaving the corporate world. Interesting. That would be King of Swords, right? That sort of stuff. King of Swords, King of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands here too. That could also be a metaphor. Leaving the corporate world could be seen as I'm leaving the 9 to 5 thing behind. I'm going to legitimize. I just keep seeing these two together as some sort of paperwork, or this could even be spiritual. This could be like a contract, like a spiritual contract, because you are a master at something or you're on your way there, Pisces. Let's clarify these. With the Magician, you could be... I'm hearing legitimizing a past dream. With the Four of Swords, you could have slept on this for a while, or you could have felt like a manifestation was asleep. I'm seeing some trippy imagery here, where it's like, I'm hearing something about a copycat or a destiny swap. You could have gone through, here we are. The cycle to end all cycles. I was kind of wondering what that was about. Yeah, it's like an old version of you is waking up. I'm hearing rise and shine. It's morning with the sun. Now, imagine that what I was saying about that business plan thing, imagine that timing is literal for some in the collective here. Like, imagine you had some sort of plan or idea, King of Swords, Two of Wands, back in 2019, for example. I'm filming this in September of 2025, so that would be 6 years ago, right? So say you had an idea like 6 years ago. I'm seeing something, and it doesn't have to be the exact timing, but I'm seeing this as something that you got sidetracked with all of these crazy cycles. So this version of things, this version of you, it's like it went to sleep. It's almost like someone stole your plans, Pisces. Yes. Oh my God. You could have been working on something with a partner. We have the King and Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles. You could have felt like a partner destiny swapped with you. I know that's really specific, but it's like they stole your idea or something. I'm seeing like two people working on... Okay, I'm gonna share something. I had a dream years ago now, probably around 2019, speak of the devil, right? I had this dream where I was in I almost said my old college bedroom. That's crazy. I wasn't going to say that. Maybe that's true for you, Pisces. This could be imagery that could connect with you. College can also be a metaphor for spiritual training. Now, I had this dream back in my old, I almost said my old high school bedroom. That's weird. Again, could be a metaphor or a time for you Pisces that's coming to the surface. My childhood home bedroom that I lived in for like 17 years or something like that. I looked up into the ceiling and I started like rummaging up in the ceiling and I found all these documents. Speaking of, right? All these papers, documents, plans. There was a bunch of money up there that I had stored up there. I had like gold and silver coins up there. I had all these plans, all these schematics, all of these drawings. And I was going to start this t-shirt company, not just t-shirts, but that was the beginning plan, called The Artist Paints Again. I went through the whole process to begin this business, right? But in the dream, it's like all the documents dropped and I dropped them all over the floor. And when I dropped them, there were all these scarab beetles and ladybugs everywhere. And I was like freaked out by it. But when I woke up from the dream, scarab beetles and, ladybugs too are good luck, fortunate, like symbolism within a dream. And there was all this like money all over the floor and stuff with my plans. I'm telling this story because you may have something similar. Now, something strange happened. I never ended up going through with that whole idea. So I'll just leave that there. Now, I'm seeing it like this. If the partner thing resonates for you, I'm seeing you guys like working on something together, 3 of Pentacles, and then this person literally taking everything and running off with it. It's like I'm seeing them running off with the hard drive. It's silly. It looks like this. It's like this is not even a hard drive. This is for my music, but it's like they're running off and like all the wires are like dragging behind them. I'm seeing them like getting into a vehicle with another person who's driving, and like the cord is stuck in the door. Like as they're driving away, the cord is like running along the ground. It's like, yeah, this is really giving like destiny swap, guys. Look, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, or the top of the deck, I should say. You could have felt like I'm hearing someone stole my light. Let's get into this deeper. Scorpio and Cancer here, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, see, you didn't even need anybody, Pisces, to help you with this. Now, not for all of you is it a business, but this could be some sort of a life plan with the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. Like, confirmation, like working towards a better version of yourself, mastering something, within yourself. It could even be like, for some of us here, like an addiction to chaos or something, because we've been through that sort of thing. Now, the King and Queen of Wands came through in the clarifying deck, and we have the King of Wands here with the Tower. This makes me wonder, were you with somebody, a Queen of Wands, or it's the opposite, right? But you're giving the masculine energy, whether you're a woman or not, man or not, however you identify. It's like, I'm seeing you had some sort of a plan or an idea. For some of you, this is like $1 million idea, sort of a thing. And it's like someone just ran off with your energy. Like they destiny swapped with you. Now, for some of you, that like bar imagery and stuff, that could be referencing like you could have been with somebody who drank, you could have been with somebody who partied, you could have been around that scene, you could have just kind of made it work, like you had rose-colored glasses and were viewing all of this chaos as like, well, I can work with that. I'm kind of used to that even for some of us, right? But there's something here. Yeah. Where like someone ran away with your heart. Now we have Sagittarius energy here in Capricorn. The Sagittarius reading was talking about a timeline hop. The Capricorn reading was talking about you didn't win the battle, but you'll win the war. So I feel like those could be connected to this reading as well. See, this is the cycle to end all cycles. This is almost like a collective reading here, guys. And when I used to do all the signs, I found that this would always happen on Pisces. It's like everything would merge together because you're the 12th house. Like all of the other messages would kind of like mix and mingle and form one collective thought. There's something here about a copycat or a destiny swap, and this is some sort of recognition, understanding that some sort of plan was actually stolen away from you. I'm hearing by a thief. I'm hearing by a wolf in sheep's clothing. Interesting. All right, let's clarify these for Pisces. Two of Wands, King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this is like a time traveler, is how I'm seeing this. Again, this came through in the Scorpio reading, where it's like moving through the crowd of people, and this guy's wearing a monocle, but he's also from the future. It's like steampunk, right? This could be like a spiritual lawyer. I'm hearing like coming in to rectify harm suffered. I'm hearing that. Because like, see, for a lot of people here with this high vibrational lovers energy, I feel like say this was 2019 for more than just my story. It's something like that. It's a time frame like that where this is something a little bit in the past here, Pisces, where you've gone through many cycles, right? You've experienced many things, you've grown through them, and you could even be in a really good place right now. But it's almost as if you're going to be standing on the balcony New Year's Eve, literal or metaphorical, and it's like you're going to remember whatever happened to that book that I was destined to write, where I put everything else aside in my life. I put all my chips like down on the table, all my eggs in one basket, and went and jumped with the fool into an impossible dream. And then all this crazy shit happened and I forgot where I was, and all of these cycles and pain and heartbreak and, possibly relationship stuff, romantic family, like a bunch of stuff could have sidetracked you, Pisces. It's like you're getting all your stuff back, man. I'm seeing it like locked away in a basement, like in an apartment building, like in a basement. I'm seeing like a big lock with chains, and there's like stuff from old tenants like still left behind. It's like you're getting in the cosmic vehicle and you're like, I'm going to get my stuff back. But it's almost as if you moved on or something, Pisces, like you relocated or you regrouped or you did something to where you kind of either settled into something, or I don't know exactly. It's almost like this King of Swords is whispering in your ear, Pisces, remember the dream. Ooh, I have full body chills. I don't know if you can see, but all right, Two of Wands. Let's get a little bit on that. Three of Wands. Some sort of a plan got to a stage. Like I was saying with me, it's like I went through the whole process. Like, you know, I bought the domain name. I got everything set up. Like I was prepping myself to make everything official. This was when I had already left my ministry. I was between worlds. Remember how I was talking about that before at the start of this? How Pisces is like comfortable between worlds. I had left my entire thing that I built from the ground up, right? My 2019 plan. I'm just saying this to help you conceptualize something similar for yourself here, Pisces. Then I was literally spoken to out loud. I heard it through my actual ears because I have the gift where I can hear, like my guides speak to me all the time. I get specific phrasing and stuff. This was out loud, Pisces. My whole body was terrified. I actually went and laid down in my bed under the covers because the presence of this angel was so powerful. And it told me to leave my ministry, that they had other plans for me. Now, at this time, my entire life was in flux, right? So I obeyed. I left my ministry. And I was in this phase where I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do music now. I guess God wants me to just go full bore into music. And kind of go back more into the arts and into the entertainment industry and stuff like that. And that was for a few years. And I'm from Connecticut, guys. You know, New York, you know, is close by, but I'd have to move to like LA. So I was like ready to just be kind of like a fool for I almost said a fool for Christ, right? Those of you who know that, let me know, cuz that's like a thing where you just like go by blind faith and like obey what God tells you to do, basically, right? You're just like following your heart. You're following the angels, and we have the devil here. So, but it's like God showed me I would have enough money, I would have enough time, I'd be able to do something. So I started with that middle ground thing where I thought I was going to start, you know, a creative company, basically, with my art and just, I don't know, just I was going to do a bunch of stuff with it. Regardless, that never came to be. We have the Two of Cups here again with the Tower, with the Three of Cups, if that's any indication, right? Just, I felt like my light was stolen away at that time. That this would have been about 2021. This was when my faith deconstructed. I went into, I would consider it a psychosis. Now, I was completely aware of everything that was happening. I even remember saying, I think I'm in psychosis, because I was being like, I felt very paranoid with the devil. I felt like people were like following me everywhere I went, and I felt I was being watched and like gang stalked and threatened that if I were to start sharing my story that they would kill me. Right? So I'm calling it psychosis. Now, what I'm explaining here is what, 70% of this community considers to be normal, right? So yeah, I just open up to the devil. And I'm not trying to be a jerk, guys. I'm just saying, it's one thing to talk about all this like destiny swapping thing when we're in a community where we understand what we're talking about. Try like going and sitting in a group of doctors, people who are logical, and try explaining yourself to them. They're going to say you're crazy and you need professional help, right? So I was at that place. I was stepping outside of the matrix, I feel, right? I was like 30 years old. So some of you could be feeling that energy currently, or this already has happened. It's like you were starting to expand on whatever this plan is, and then what happened? Let's look at it. I mean, the devil, right? You could have literally felt like you were losing your mind, Pisces, and I'm not trying to trick you guys, right? I'm just saying you could have been between worlds and it could have started to feel trippy, like you were separating from yourself. Now, I'm hearing for some of you, this is because your soul was being ripped out of your body. And I know that that's crazy to just say it like that. But I'm seeing this as a destiny swap thing. It's like I felt, and I'm just going to say it, I don't give a fuck. I felt for like 3 years, funny, I just opened that with the high priestess. I felt for like 3 years like I prayed the same prayer every day. Lord, help me get my soul back. And I know that's like a funny prayer to pray, but I felt disconnected from my own soul. And the past few years I feel I have procured it. So that may make sense to some of you. I felt fragmented. I felt like my true essence, my light was gone. It was almost as if my inner self was like stolen away by like a kidnapper. Like this child was stolen away from Now, this is a deep topic, so I can't really say too much on this. But it's like this is my opinion, we birth these children, right, with the Empress. It comes through in the form of like a plan. It could be something very practical. It could be a business, Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords. But it's almost like we birth a new version of things, a new version of us. And it felt like this newborn baby that I had birthed back in 2021, where I was going to write my book. I had started the Metamystic Show. I got all the rights to the Metamystic and stuff like that. And I started this channel. I started this show, this podcast. And I started telling my story about my Christian deconstruction and stuff. And that's when I was being like stalked and threatened and in my dreams and in the real world. And I just kept pushing and I kept taking things day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And I felt like I couldn't access my own soul. I don't know how else to say it. I felt like it was kidnapped. It was taken in a black vehicle and it was like milked for... This is getting kind of Holly weird stuff, but it felt like it got like milked for it's like this. It's like they took all the essence, all of the light. Like they took all of the, like, you know, a high quality perfume. It's like you only need a little bit. Something that's very concentrated. It's like they took something. It's kind of like stem cells or something. It's like this was kidnapped and like used for other purposes. I know that sounds very gruesome, guys, but that's how I personally feel. And some of you may relate to that as well. I was in the car the other day. And I was wearing these sunglasses. And I felt this weird, sketchy feeling in the Walmart parking lot. There was this dad. And he just left the little girl. She was probably about like 5 years old in the backseat of the car. African-American girl, gorgeous, cute braids, big smile, looked like a movie star, sort of a kid. The dad just left the door open, left the girl in the back seat. She kept looking for dad. Where's dad? He was just over there laughing with his boys over, I don't know if he also worked there or what, but he was like there off duty or something. And I just looked at the girl and she was like she looked at me like I was some sort of a celebrity or like a movie star or something. And for some reason, when she looked at me, something like went into me. Yeah, I feel like full body chills again. And I felt like that, what Spirit said to me what that was as a sign for me, yeah, Scorpio, is that 5-year-old girl was like the plan that had evolved and kept evolving over time, even though I felt like it was lost. Like she grew up. I hope this is making sense. Tell me about the King of Swords. And I was just like, thank God she's okay. It's almost like seeing a kid that was kidnapped. I'm not saying she was kidnapped, guys. I'm saying as an analogy, right? The dad was not paying attention to his own daughter. I'll say that. But yeah, anyways. It's like the my brain starts to go, like it starts to shut off, like the interference becomes so strong in my spiritual gifts that have you ever had like really crazy feedback from an amp? That sound. Yeah. Like put like a microphone up to an amp. See how that sounds. Devil. That's what happens. It's like they send some sort of like, I don't even know what to call that. Like an interferer, like a disruptor. I told you this was an angel, guys. This is an earth angel energy, but I feel like this is also an angel, like an archangel. This is an archangel. I'm hearing Archangel Uriel. And I'm also hearing Metatron, which I work with primarily for the darker themes of life. Yeah, Uriel, Archangel Uriel could be moving you through this cycle to end all cycles, and it has something to do with getting that child back. It's almost as if, and I know, oh, that was the thought. Thank you, Spirit. It's almost as if that child in the car, as a metaphor, it's like that child was kidnapped. It's an aspect of you from 5 years ago. You in another state see that kid in the back seat of a car. She's totally fine. And it's almost like, excuse me, sir. And it's like they flash their badge and it's like the missing child poster. We're going to need to bring it down to the station. Like they're questioning that dad. They're questioning that guy. I'm seeing that. We have Leo twice. Could resonate. Tell us about this 8 of Pentacles for Pisces. We have Scorpio. See, that Scorpio reading could resonate with y'all. Or it's like you're in the same family, if that makes sense. 8 of Pentacles for Pisces. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. It's like you've just been busy working on this dream. Like, even if you haven't, it's like despite everything, Pisces, it's like you still somehow come out okay with the 9 of Pentacles. Like, I'm hearing this was meant to absolutely devastate and destroy your life with the Tower, whatever this past cycle has been. The kidnapping of that child, which was an aspect of you that you birthed, it's like you're getting her back. You're getting him back. You're getting them back. And they're like a star, guys. Remember that Tyra Banks movie? What is the song? Shine, be a star. Where you live, where you are, be a star. I loved that movie. I feel like some of you at the close of this cycle, there's like someone waiting here. Or this is you. But there's a Two of Cups. You might have like a new person. I feel like this is showing you still persevered down a path, even though an aspect of your soul was stolen away and kidnapped. It's like you're getting that piece back and it's all going to make sense. But if you had just fully given up, it's like all of this groundwork actually had to be laid, whether you had that piece of your soul or not. So it's almost like the roads are converging. You're getting that piece back. And it's like perfect timing. It's like now you're going to start implementing that. Can I get any on that? Yeah, it's like you held on to it no matter what happened. It's like how I was saying, guys. Like I prayed that prayer, like, help me get back to my soul. Help me get my soul back. I felt like disconnected from my body. And I'm not trying to freak you guys out. I don't want to get like weird comments of like, you should get help and stuff. It's like, guys, you know what I mean? Like I've built an entire business and stuff. So please don't insult me. All right? I don't need to hear that. I'm just saying it's like that. You could have felt literally disconnected from your soul and you still, it's like you kept the routine, you kept your schedule, you kept pursuing something, you kept mastering something, you kept practicing something. Like this is a card of practice and mastery. This is like 10,000 hours sort of an energy. Like to become an expert, King of Swords, it takes 10,000 hours, whatever. Can I get any more on that? Yeah, we have the sun, guys. It's like you're getting this back. I'm hearing the sun god, Ra. Oh, wow. For some of you, there's Egyptian mythology at play here. Remember how I mentioned the scarab beetles? This is like this. For some of you, this is like a partnership. This is like a yin and yang with the tower. It's like you may even think back like, wow, I'm glad that past relationship blew up because look at this person. They're literally like a luminary to my luminary. Like that's the energy with you, Pisces. This person might be a Leo. Because we have the sun twice. We have Sagittarius on the board as well. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know why. I'm hearing you're going to remember. You're going to remember everything. You know, and also, guys, this sort of, you know, brain fog and stuff, trigger warning can come from trauma, right? Which I went through a lot of over those years. I don't even want to talk about it. Sort of, that's how, yeah, it's almost like I can't even speak when I start to talk about it. Everything from my old life is gone. But I've embraced that. And I hope that you guys will do the same. And I feel like some of you guys are already at that place and have been at that place. And now this is like the cherry on top where you like receive this part of your soul back. I'm seeing something being given to you. It's some sort of a position of authority. It's part of your calling, guys. Aries, Taurus, Pluto energy with Cancer. It's like you never let go. I'm hearing something about a book again. It's like I'm hearing the book of the law. It's like someone is quoting like your rights or something like that. Again, these are authorities. This could also be, I'm hearing something about politics. Now that could be the case, right? But this is something like these authorities are the ones giving you back this part of your soul. And it's like all of a sudden you're just going to remember everything. I'm getting that with the Judgment card. It's like everything's going to come rushing back just as you remembered it all those years ago. I'm getting that. Boom. Everything's going to come rushing back. With the Eight of Wands. And see, I'm seeing you guys, like, even if you were in the Five of Pentacles, even if you felt, like, ostracized, if you felt, like, left out in the cold, disconnected from people, from money for some year, like, you could have felt like you were struggling really bad with money. You could have felt like there was just a lot going on in your life. But look, you had this mindset of learning. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, you still were working on yourself, on your craft or a business, something practical as well. You could have just been, this could even be spirituality with the Hierophant, with the Emperor, again, business. This is like your calling. So you never like let that go. Even if you felt like, I'm hearing effed up with the Tower twice in both decks. It's like you could have felt like you were in a perpetual tower, but like I said at the start, you're just like a little kid who went and sat down in the middle of the bar fight and you were just like, you know what? This sucks. I'm not going to lie about that, but I'm still going to take control of my own life and I'm going to make something happen here. And I feel like because you never gave up, that's Saturn energy. Because you kept learning, and I'm hearing you're sharp as a tack. Again, you could be a seer with the Queen of Swords. It's like you gained some sort of spiritual gift through this crisis, I'm hearing with the Tower. It's like you gained the gift of sight. You gained like eagle vision. I'm seeing it as like X-ray vision. Like you're able to detect the bullshit with the Queen of Swords. Like you're able to literally see when somebody is lying. You're able to know when someone is a snake. Remember how earlier in the reading I said wolf in sheep's clothing with the lamb? It's like, no, that's not a lamb, that's a snake. I know it immediately. Because you see from a bird's eye view. And for some of you, you've gone from the Five of Pentacles to the Nine, or that's where you're headed, right? Closing words for Pisces. There's just like heavy confusion energy, gaslighting. Like I'm seeing somebody looking right at you and just being like, I never said that. What are you talking about? Like, it's like they're trying to make you seem crazy. And you could have, like I said, you could have, like me, you could have already been like consciously aware that you were kind of like going through something with the Tower twice and like emotional wreckage. I'm hearing that with the Tower and the Three of Swords. And for some of you, this is in a relationship with the King and Queen of Wands again. I'm seeing this as a partner for some of you, just literally lying to your face, trying to make you feel absolutely batshit insane. What's interesting about bats is that I see bats as ancestors. It's like you were backed by ancestors and they were just like, you're not crazy. I'm seeing them whispering in your ear, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're gifted. You're not crazy. You're gifted, again and again and again and again. It's like they were bringing you these messages again and again and again, even when you couldn't see and there was darkness all around you, betrayals, trickery, lies, and you couldn't see where it was coming from. 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords. It's like the messengers would come in your dreams or in the daytime and say, Pisces, remember the dream, remember the dream. And you've held on to that. For some of you, for many years, the crows speak to you with the crow energy. Closing words for Pisces. Thanks so much. This is like you are coming into a happy timeline. Like the cycle to end all cycles, Pisces. With the Sun and the 10 of Cups, this is very happy stuff. This is like what dreams are made of, guys. And for some of you, it's alluding to a partner if you're interested in love. Yeah, see, it's like the cycle is concluding with you in the 9 of Pentacles. I'm hearing this again. They thought you would be completely in shambles in the 5 of Pentacles by the time you got to this point, if you even got here at all. And it's like you're just like, hey guys, what's up? You're like totally fine. You may be like me where you even kind of like I was obsessed, guys. Like obsessed. It was my main, like when I get my mind on something, it's over. Like when I get my mind on something, it's you might as well say it's already done. I was planning 2 of Wands to write this book, right? And I started the show instead because it was so traumatizing. I was trying to write this book. It was so traumatizing for me that I couldn't like function, like my faculties would not function. So I was like, okay, it's easier for me to talk than it is for me to write. So I just started the show. And now we have this whole show, right? I've been doing this for at least 3 years. And it's like all of a sudden Spirit is like reminding me, I'm saying this for you guys as well. Like this is a collective Piscean energy. Even if you don't have Pisces, guys, this is just, we also have Saturn and Pisces. But anyways, this is like a collective thing in the meaning like you might start to remember stuff like, oh my God, I just spent 3 years like building this show, like for me, for example, and it's like now they're bringing back around the original ideas. And that's just one of like multiple things that was the absolute plan. Couldn't have told me otherwise. All this shit blew up in my life, barely survived it. Here I am though, right? High five, right, Pisces? We're here, we're alive. I don't know. It's the sun, right, guys? It's like we could be in the middle of a tower and we're just like, we're alive. I feel like that's Pisces, but it's like on the other side of this ending of a cycle, the work begins again. You could be moving, you could be going somewhere or just moving to a different thing. Like you could have been working on perfecting something in particular and now you're going to like switch fields or you're going to, there's something about moving. And it could be you're literally moving somewhere else or you're moving to a different thing that's like piggybacking off of the thing you've been doing. And that's going to be successful. And for some of you, it's like you're going to have a new home. the 10 of cups to me, it doesn't have to be like a partnership thing, but I feel like for some of you there may be. Like you might even move to like be with somebody. Can I get any on that? Because some of you might be single with the 9 of Pentacles. You might not even like know this person. The 2 of Cups was right there. You could feel, Pisces, like you don't have enough money, but you're the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like this is a perception. Like I feel like it's that 5 of Pentacles that they were trying to push into your mind. Now, I believe that poverty mindset overall is a thing. I personally believe it's a spirit. It's also something passed down karmically. Now, that can manifest in terms of self-worth issues that I've personally struggled with my entire life. So, what's up, guys? You know what I mean? It can also come in the form of like not feeling stable, like emotionally, or like, well, how could I ever move? Like, how am I ever going to do that? Like how would, you might even feel a little bit scared here, Pisces. Can I get some more on that? I just want to see if I can say anything to that. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. Some of you guys are definitely like moving. We have Libra energy here with Leo, Aquarius, and Pisces. So I'm gonna keep that private, but yeah. I'm seeing Leo again, but I feel like some of you feel like you don't like have enough or you aren't enough as a person. See, I just like intuitively flipped it back over because Queen of Pentacles, guys, Queen of Pentacles, like Queen of Pentacles is someone who is just like able to live their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if I were to sum it up, like somebody who kind of has it together. So I feel like there's a perception in your mind of like, because of what you've had to go through. Like some of you might have been homeless, like I was, or some of you may have like struggled to work like a regular job, like I did as well. Like, like you could have had like money issues, or you could have had like self-esteem stuff. But guys, what I'm seeing is like this is part of the closing of this cycle, is healing all of that shit once and for all, because whether you're in the reverse or not, you're still the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it's just in your mind because of the shit you've had to go through. Some of us here are going through some sort of an awakening with this Pluto energy here with the Judgment card, where it's like yet another awakening. And it's part of this awakening is because you're being reunited with this aspect of you that got kidnapped or lost. All I know is that you're going to end up here. So does it really matter how we get there? It's like the Cheshire Cat. Does it really matter which way you go? It's that trippy Piscean energy again. You guys are getting me. All right. Yeah, Empress. We have Empress and Emperor. So for some of you, definitely could be a relationship thing. You could be becoming an Empress, Pisces. Like, to meet someone at that level. Could be vice versa as well, but I feel like I'm getting that. For some of you, that's this person, and they're like helping you from the astral to like get to this. I feel like it's a confidence thing for a lot of Pisces. And I don't mean that like in a weird way, like, oh, you got to get your confidence up. It has something to do with your heart, guys. The shit a lot of us have been through. And there's something about becoming an Empress. Now, the sticking point, I'll close on this, could be that King and Queen of Wands. I feel like there could be something regarding sexual energy or a past partnership that was like abusive or something, guys, where that's the one queen holding you back from the Empress would be like the Queen of Wands, but you're showing up as the King of Wands. So it's like you have the confidence. Like maybe you guys are like me. Like I have a lot of confidence and I do believe in myself. I love myself. I've learned to love myself, but when it comes down to it, when I'm actually like close with somebody or like with friends or like a romantic partner or something, I do still have issues. And here's my new album called Tissues. Okay. I'm pretending that was a shameless plug, but it actually wasn't. It was just me admitting that. So nobody's perfect, right, guys? But you have the King of Wands aspect. Like you have the masculine fire already. Like people could even be surprised, like, oh, like I would never have thought that about Pisces. You come off so like confident and stuff. But you know, we all have our demons, right, guys? So I feel like that this is the cycle to end all cycles. It's healing some sort of, I'm hearing sacral chakra wounds. And sacral chakra is not just sexual, it's creative. Remember how I talked about how like creative idea was stolen away, destiny swap, but it also came through as a King and Queen of Wands relationship. You could have gotten really beat up in a relationship here where you like it's hard for you to trust people or something. And it might feel like, well, how is that connected to a dream? I feel like for some of you this is also connected to a partnership. So yeah, this my chest hurts really bad like as I'm talking about this. So this is something about the heart chakra, guys. You could have just really gone through it with a particular person. Romantically, I feel with the King and Queen of Wands, but this can also be like other stuff, like I said. Like this could be like stuff from childhood where you felt invalidated. People could have like laughed at you for your dreams. They could have been like, no way, that's not possible or whatever. And it's like, okay. So that could be why you have the masculine fire, because you're like, okay, I'll show you that it's possible, sort of a thing. But there's something about the receptive fire, which would be the feminine energy, where it's like, remember we had the moon and the sun? Now in Egyptian mythology, the sun is the feminine energy and the moon is the masculine. Isn't that interesting? But traditionally, like the way that people think of it, I see a lot of the time is people will say that the sun is the masculine, and we have the sun with the King of Wands, right? So you could have just, you're like army strong, right, Pisces? So you could have had to be, whether you're a man or a woman or however you identify, just more in like your masculine era, I just heard. And there's something about you're coming into like a softer time with the Empress. And that could be actually challenging. I'm hearing this is going to be the easiest cycle to break because all you have to do is learn to receive. And I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles with the Empress. It's like all you have to do is just receive this money or receive this new home. It's like, here's your new home. Here's the deed to this house. Here's your new car. Here's your new career. Here's your new plan. Actually, it's not new. It's something that's being given back to you that was stolen away. It's like, I feel like that's what this is in summation, Pisces. The cycle to end all cycles. What is it? It's learning to receive, and that will complete the queens and you will become the Empress. And for some of you, it could be the other way around. Like we had the Emperor as well. Yeah, we have Leo again. So yeah, for some of you, yeah, 10 of Pentacles, see? So for some of you, it's like the other way around. But it could even be like learning to receive. Like if you identify more with a masculine energy, it could be like, okay, I'm going to learn how to like let somebody like love me and take care of me, or let spirit give me a gift. I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles instead of like, I'm going to do it myself. I've made it here. I've done this. Like I've overcome all of these obstacles. It's kind of like I'm seeing like an army general. It's funny. I'm seeing them like sitting on the beach, just like drinking a pina colada or something like that, like off duty, just kind of like chilling. It's like everybody's going into their like soft era here. And I don't mean that like in a weird way if you guys don't like resonate with that, but yeah, this is positive karmic balance with that Libran energy that we had earlier with the Justice card. This is your positive karma coming in. That's really all this is, guys. It's like this cycle, this final cycle. Can I get any timing? Sorry, I keep asking more stuff, guys, but this one, it feels collective to me, and I'm not trying to make you less special, Pisces. I feel like Pisces already knows that you guys are like the summation of the world. Okay. Aries season. Yeah, there's something about Aries season. Remember I was talking about New Year's, guys? So March or April, possibly, of 2026. Anything else on that? That's when you're gonna like wake up or something. I'm hearing that's when you graduate. It's some sort of like a heart chakra healing thing, guys. Eight of Cups in the reverse, falling right on top of the Eight of Pentacles. They're saying like, don't make any sudden movements. Like, we have a plan. I'm seeing it more like this. We have a plan. Like, they have a plan, guys. The angels, the guides. Like, you might not even know what the hell you're doing, where you're going, what's going on. Like, sort of a thing. But it's like I'm seeing them say, like, just keep doing what you're doing. Not so fast. Just finish healing. Because, look, for some of you, this might be a person, right? How I was saying with the Emperor and the Empress. This could even be some sort of a job. You could travel for this. Like, for some of you, it's not a romantic thing. Like, for some of you, this might be like a promotion, like the Scorpio reading. This could be the general that was telling the Scorpio, you're being promoted, son. Right? Because with the Three of Pentacles. But for some of you, this feels like something different. King of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is definitely something like financial for you guys. But look, see, I knew it. Okay. I'll close on that, guys. We want to leave stuff a surprise, right? All we got to do is receive the gift. And for some of you, this is something spiritual. I'm seeing the High Priestess. You're like receiving some sort of a spiritual inheritance or gift or something that's helping you complete an age-old cycle with the crows that your ancestors like couldn't. And you're like the chosen one that breaks the karmic cycles once and for all. But it's coming through as a gift, guys. Like, I thought this reading was going to be super crazy. Like, oh, it's this final cycle. And that did come through in, it might have been the Capricorn reading or the Aquarius. One of those Saturny guys. Those Saturny guys. Where it was talking about, like, this is the final cycle. But I thought it was going to be, like, super hard and challenging. I'm seeing it as, like, all you have to do is just receive this gift. You've got to learn to receive. And for some of you, with the King and Queen of Wands, if you know what I mean, that might be something else. But, yeah, all right. I'll leave you with that image. All right, guys. Gotta end it on a happy note, funny note. Yeah, this is a contract. This is like a soul agreement that, like, I'm seeing something for 20 years. This is like the next 20 years, guys. This is a huge cycle. This isn't just like I don't know how to describe this energy. This might even be Pluto in Aquarius because it goes through 2044, I believe. So yeah, this is like a 20-year cycle. I feel like it does have something to do with Pluto and Aquarius. Remember we had the Pluto energy with the Judgment card. So I feel like there's an aspect of that that's connecting with the 20-year cycle, but this is also just like on a very personal level, guys. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to be taking some time off after this. I need to finalize my EP. It's called Tissues. This is a formal hard launch of my EP. It's called Tissues. T is in parentheses because it's supposed to be like issues. Like I have issues. I'm crying with my tissues. Basically. That's the whole album, basically. But yeah. So, all right, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a little time from the show so that I can like finalize everything. Gonna go into a little bit of a hermit mode. I need to like take care of some stuff, and then I will be back. I love you guys so much. Make sure to catch up on other readings if you missed them, because remember, even if you're not that sign, you can still watch those readings. All the zodiac readings really are for everybody. They're just from different angles, right? So I love you guys so much. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. I'll be back in a couple weeks with some more stuff. I know Spirit will be speaking to me while I'm gone. I'll be coming back with some messages. I'm positive on that. So I love you guys, and if you want to book a personal, feel free to still book personal readings while I am gone from the show. I'm still going to be posting shorts as well on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube every day. So if you guys miss me and you want to get some short readings, make sure to follow me on my other platforms. You're also free. Feel free to book a personal with me while I'm gone. If you want to. And thank you to everybody who donates and supports the show. I really appreciate you guys. All right. Thank you for listening. And remember, you can always get the Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next one.